Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast today. I don't know if they're going to try and get started a little bit early due to the fact that the conference has a wet bulb thermometer number that if it gets above that, they have to shut things down, and we don't want to necessarily have a delay. Anyway, I feel like we don't. So welcome, everyone. We'll get ready to get things going today. The starting lineups, see if I've got time to get that in before we do the anthem. The starting lineups first for the Pratt Beavers in right field. Leading off is Gavin Jorvik, the designated hitter and pitcher today. And the reason they designate him as the pitcher and the designated hitter is when he quits pitching, he can continue to be in the batting lineup. Batting second is Kason Long. Batting third is the second baseman, Marcelo Aguirre. Batting fourth is the first baseman, Mitchell Smith. Batting fifth is the catcher, Devin Nicholson. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Josue Vasquez. Batting seventh, George Plummer, the third baseman. Batting eighth, Michael Acosta in left field. And batting ninth, Tyler Gates in center field. So it'll be Jorvik, Long, Aguirre, Smith, Nicholson, Vasquez, Plummer, Acosta, and Gates. Now the starting lineup for your Blue Devils. Leading off, the shortstop, Cole Dawson. Batting second, the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. Batting third, the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Batting fourth, Caleb Adams in center field. Pablo Sanchez in right field will bat fifth. Batting sixth, Darius Freeman, the designated hitter. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Peyton McHarg. Batting ninth, the catcher, Matt Bovington, with Arlen Peters on the mound. So it'll be Dawson, Hutchison, Bard, Adams, Sanchez, Freeman, Bosserman, McHarg, and Buffington, with Peters on the mound. Getting ready for this one, the Blue Devils won 16-6 in 8 innings yesterday. We're back for another one today. The Blue Devils trying to finish this thing out. The Beavers trying to push this to a Game 3 tomorrow. So we'll see what's going to happen. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for the start of this one. Stay with us. All right, welcome everyone to today's broadcast of the second game of this best 2 out of 3 series between the Pratt Beavers and the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. On the mound today for the Blue Devils, Arlen Peters. He has a 5.24 ERA, 6 wins, 2 losses in 44 2/3 innings pitched. He will be on the mound for the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils will have Hutchison at third, Dawson at shortstop, Bosserman at second, Bard at first. In left, McHarg, center field, Adams, and in right field, Sanchez, with Buffington behind the plate and Arlen Peters on the mound. Blue Devils won the first game of the 2 games, the best 2 out of 3. That's easy for you to say. They won the first one in 8 innings yesterday, 16-6. The Blue Devils try and finals this first step of postseason. The winner of this 2-game best 2 out of 3 series gets the right to go to Manhattan, where the top 8 seeds are all playing this 3-game series to go to Manhattan. The Blue Devils trying to finalize that today. The Pratt Beavers trying to push that to another game tomorrow. Welcome, everyone. Now batting the right fielder, Gavin Jorvik. Gavin Jorvik will lead the game off for the Beavers. Jorvik starts today batting .309. Takes strike 1 called, 0-1 the count as Jorvik steps in to lead off the game. First pitch, a strike. So we're underway here at KCK. That ball's out of play, so quickly 0-2 the count. Comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a base hit into left field, so Jorvik starts things off with a base hit to left field. Next up, Kason Long. It's going to bring up Kason Long. He's the pitcher and designated hitter today. He'll step in. He starts the day batting .342 to face Peters with a runner at first. There's a strike called right through there. On 1 the count, runner at first base is Jorvik with the leadoff base hit to start the game. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Jorvik slipped down coming back to the bag, but a throw down there wasn't in time to get him. So 0-2 again, the first 2 hitters. Peters has taken an 0-2 lead in the count. Just foul, just outside the bag was that pitch down the left field line. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Jorvik back to first base. Long back in the box. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard, left to right across the infield. McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez, left to right across the outfield. Buffington behind the plate, and Arlen Peters on the mound. That's going to be a wild pitch all the way back to the screen. So Jorvik moves up on the wild pitch. So now a runner at second base and nobody out. Designated hitter duties, so if he leaves as pitcher, he continues to be the designated hitter. There is a soft line drive. Bard takes care of that for the first out of the inning. Now batting the second baseman, Marcelo Aguirre. Aguirre steps in. 1 out now, runner at second base. And swing and a miss of that first pitch. 0-1 the count. Aguirre playing second base today. Yesterday, he was at first base. There's a strike called. 0-2 the count. Early going here, 1 out, top of the first inning. Pratt Beavers being hosted by the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. It's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A high pop up on the left side in foul territory. And Hutchison comes over to take care of that in foul territory. Now batting the first baseman, Mitchell Smith. It's going to bring up Mitchell Smith. Smith starts the day batting .429. There's a ball off the shin guard, so another, I believe that one's going to be a pass ball, but nonetheless the runner moves to third base. So a runner at third, 1-0 the count on the first baseman, Mitchell Smith. Comes the 1-0 pitch from Peters. Low and outside, 2-0 the count. It's a little bit low, 3-0 the count now to the first baseman, Smith. Strike on that, check swing, so 3-1 the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Lead off base hit by Jorvik. He moved up on a wild pitch and a pass ball to be at third base. That's up high for ball 4. So Smith with the walk. Runners at first and third. Now batting the catcher, Devin Nicholson. Nicholson starts the day batting .313. He'll step in with 2 outs, 2 on. Jorvik at third, Smith at first. Nicholson at the plate. There's a strike-breaking pitch, catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Comes the 0-1. That's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Buffington. That's one of those ones as a catcher, you just lucky to get out in front of it in hope. It was about a 56-footer clear out in the left-handed batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the first inning action here. 9-inning scheduled game. There's a foul ball. Get some soccer skills by a coach down in the third base dugout. Tried to pop it up with his foot. 1-2 the count on the catcher, Devin Nicholson. It's way up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Comes the stretch and the 2-2. Stays up just a bit. So 3-2 the count. Runner goes. That's ball 4. Going to get a quick visit to the mound by Buffington. He's going to visit with his pitcher. The bases are loaded. Jorvik at third, Smith at second, Nicholson at first. Back-to-back walks after Jorvik makes it to third. Now batting the shortstop, Josue Vasquez. It's going to bring up Vasquez. He starts the day batting .327. He'll step in with the bases loaded and 2 outs to face Peters. Time is asked for and called and granted. Bases full of Beavers. Strike, breaking pitch, catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. On the shortstop, Vasquez. In the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a ground ball headed at Dawson. Dawson's going to flip it over to Bosserman. So no runs on one hit. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. I'll be back. Here we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Dawson, Hutchison, and Bard scheduled up. Kaysen Long will be on the mound for the Beavers. He has a 5.24 ERA. 6-5 his record. 6 wins, 5 losses. He's pitched 67 innings for the Beavers. He will be on the mound and face Dawson, Hutchison, and Bard. Dawson, the shortstop. Plummer at third, Vasquez at short, Aguirre at second, Mitchell Smith at first, Acosta in left, Gates in center, Jorvik in right, with Nicholson behind the plate and Long on the mound. Dawson starts the day batting .363. He will step in to face Long for the bottom half of this first inning. Now batting cold, Dawson, the shortstop. About forgot that. Get things started off here. Got too many jobs up here, and sometimes I get caught up in what else is going on. There's a pop-up out into shallow right field. Going out to take care of that is Aguirre. Now batting the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison starts the day batting .292. He'll step in with one out. Strike catches the outside corner. At the knees, 0-1 the count. There's a ball headed up the middle for a base hit. Next up, the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Bard starts the day batting .369. He'll step in with a runner at first base with one out. Hutchison with a base hit up to the middle. Bard hits one over in foul territory. It's going to be back behind the first baseman and bounces Goes out of play, falls harmlessly for a strike. 0-1 the count on Brendan Bard. Bottom of the first inning. Ball headed deep down the left field line, but foul. Oh, and 2 the count now on Bard. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He goes to the shortstop. So long to Vasquez to Smith for the 1-6-3 double play. The end of 1 inning, no score. Stay with us. I'll be back. To the top of the second we go. Now batting the third baseman, Garen Plummer. Plummer starts the day batting .283. He'll step in to face Peters, the righty, for the Blue Devils. Misses outside, 1-0 the count to Plummer. There's a strike called outside corner at the waist. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's outside in the dirt, 2-1 the count. Foul back to the screen, evens out the count at 2-2. I want to welcome everyone to the broadcast today. Sunshiny day, wind blowing briskly out toward left field. Swing and a miss of that breaking pitch outside for the first out of the inning. Playing in left field, Michael Acosta. Acosta starts the day batting .230. He will step in with 1 out and nobody on. That's upstairs, 1-0. Hutchison in on the grass a couple of steps. Starts back even with the grass and then starts creeping in. There's a swing and a foul off the mask of Buffington. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Another foul ball off the mask. So 1-2 the count on Michael Acosta. So ground ball, Bard's going to underhand that to Peters for the 3-1 ground out. It's going to bring up Gates. Now batting the center fielder, Tyler Gates. Gates, the center fielder today. He starts the day batting .217. He will step in with 2 outs, nobody on. It's a little bit low, 1-0 the count. On the number 9 hitter, the number 9 hitter, Tyler Gates. The ball headed right back up the middle for a base hit. So back to the top of the order. Next up, Gavin Jorvik. Jorvik had a base hit his first time up. Jorvik is from Mays, Kansas. Blocked was that pitch by Buffington. There's a ball foul down the left field line. High fly ball into center field. That's taken care of by Adams. So no runs on 1 hit for the Beavers. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. No score. Want to remind everyone that this broadcast is brought to you solely by the KCK Athletic Department and Coach Golbeck and the Blue Devils through their fundraising. That if anyone would like to make a donation, you can go to forties.com. There's several ways to donate. If you would like, that money goes completely to the broadcast. Brought to you by the Athletic Department. Back to the mound for another inning of work is Kason Long. Adam Sanchez and Freeman scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Now batting the center fielder, Caleb Adams. Adams starts the day batting .354. He'll step in as he leads off the bottom half of the second inning. for the Blue Devils. Misses a little bit outside. 1-0 the count. That's inside and hit him. So a hit by pitch puts Adams on. Now batting the right fielder, Pablo Sanchez. Sanchez starts the day batting .359. He'll be up there with a runner at first base and nobody out. Foul ball back and out of play. 0-1 the count on the right fielder, Sanchez. Adams at first base. He was hit by a pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Nicholson. Nicholson with the duties yesterday and today behind the plate. 0-2 the count on Sanchez. Breaking pitch outside. And going to be safe getting back in by all rights, you thought. Adams was going to be out down there, but made it back in safely. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first base. Nobody out. No score here in the bottom half of the second inning. Pratt in town for a best 2 out of 3 series. There's a ball into right field. Going to be a base hit that'll move Adams over to third and into second safely is Sanchez. Going to rule that a double. Bless you, fine sir. It's going to be a double all on Hustle. The ball comes in with a short hop. Can't get the tag applied, so runners at second and third. Now batting the designated hitter, Darius Freeman. Freeman starts the day batting .350. We'll see if Forssler has any kind of stuff going on here. I'm not calling for a bunt. I'm just predicting a bunt here. Let's see what happens. Runners at first and second. There's a foul ball wide, so far he's not bunting. Just wide of first base down there. Smith comes over to take a look at it. Fields it foul. 0-1 the count. So a hit by pitch and a double. The Blue Devils have got something going here. There's a strike right through there. 0-2 the count. Both teams with 2 hits. Neither team with a score yet. Blue Devils threatening here with runners at second and third. Nobody out. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Aguirre's up with it and over to Smith. So a nice job just hitting the ball for an RBI for Freeman over to the right side for the 4-3 ground out. Now batting the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. Bosserman steps in. The runner at third base and 1 out. He starts the day batting .317. That ball's inside, 1-0 the count. So an RBI ground out for the designated hitter, Freeman. There's a strike called at the waist outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in the inning. Breaking pitch stayed inside. Thought it might hit him and almost made it back to the strike zone, but not quite. 2-1 the count. There's a foul ball off the end of the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Blue Devils with a 1-run lead. There's a breaking pitch. Fouls that down behind Coach Goldbeck at third. Comes the wind in, the 2-2 by Long. That's inside. Comes the wind and the 3-2. Breaking pitch gets back to the strike zone for a called strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Now batting the left fielder, Peyton McHarg. McHarg will step in. He starts the day batting .305. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at third. There's a strike called on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. It's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Freeman with the ground out RBI to put him ahead. That's outside. 2-1 the count. Bottom of the second inning action. There's a high fly ball to right field. Jorvik is under that for the out. The Blue Devils get 1 run on 1 hit. Ground out by Freeman. We go to the top of the third inning. Blue Devils with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back. To the top of the third we go. Long, Aguirre, and Smith scheduled up for the Beavers. They trail by 1-0 the score. The pitcher and designated hitter, Kason Long. Long lined out on a soft liner to first baseman Bard his first time up. Kason Long at the plate. 1-0 the count on him. There's a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peters back for his third inning of work. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Long is from Salina, Kansas. Called a strike on the check swing for the out. Now batting Marcelo Aguirre. Aguirre is from Monterrey, Mexico. One and one the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Aguirre popped out to the third baseman, his first at bat in foul territory. There's one down the right field line and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the second baseman, Aguirre. That's way up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's outside. Beavers no runs on 2 hits. Blue Devils 1 run on 2 hits. That's where we are. 1-0 lead by the Blue Devils here in the top of the third. 3-2 count. It's ball 4 outside, so a 1-out walk issued to Aguirre. Now batting Mitchell Smith. Smith walked his first time up. He's from Blue Springs, Missouri. Strike called on 1 the count. On the first baseman, Mitchell Smith. Swing and foul that one away. 0-2 the count. Aguirre at first. He reached on a walk. Long struck out, so 1 out, 1 on to Smith. That's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout. Now batting Devin Nicholson. Nicholson is from Maize, Kansas. One of 3 players from Maize. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. 2 outs now. Runner at first base. Top of the third. 9 innings scheduled game. Second game of the best 2 out of 3 to see who goes to Manhattan for the next level of. It's going to be a base hit into left field, moving over to third, and going to be safe there. So a base hit by Nicholson plugs the gap in left center. Next up, Josue Vasquez. Vasquez is from the Salinas, Puerto Rico. Went to the Pro Baseball High School Academy there. He's going to be up there with 2 outs, 2 on. He grounded out to the shortstop. He thought he went, but the umpire didn't. So 1-0 the count. He grounded out in not a fielder's choice, but Dawson to Bosserman over at second base. His first time up. There's a ground ball to Bosserman. Bosserman up with it and over to Bard. So no runs on one hit. We go to the bottom half of the third. Blue Devils leading 1-0. Stay with us. We got a good one. Bottom half of the third we go. Buffington, Dawson, Hutchison scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Back for another inning of work is the pitcher for the Beavers, Kaysen Long. Now batting the catcher, Matt Buffington. Buffington starts the day batting .299. He'll step in with nobody on as he leads off the bottom of the third for the Blue Devils. The ball headed into left center. Could be extra bases. And headed into second base for the double is Buffington. So back to the top of the order and Cole Dawson. Now batting Cole Dawson. Dawson will step in with nobody out and a runner at second base. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He'll step in with nobody out and a runner in scoring position after that double by Buffington. Squares to bunt, and the ball's all the way back to the screen. So Buffington moves up on a wild pitch. One and 0 the count. Runner at third now with nobody out. We'll see Dawson squared to bunt there. Pulled it back. See what he does here. Breaking pitch. Catches the outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. 1-2 the count. Dawson fouled out to the second baseman. In shallow right field, his first time up. There's a ground ball hit at the second baseman. Aguirre's up with that and over to Smith for the ground out. Next up, Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison will step in with 1 out. Runner at third base. Hutchison is from Hays, Kansas. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Owen won the count on Hutchison. One out, runner at third. Breaking pitch just gets back to the strike zone. 0-2 the count now on the third baseman Hutchison. It's outside. 1-2. Didn't see if that was a pass ball or a wild pitch, but nonetheless the run scored on the wild pitch. Foul ball back and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Blue Devils now with a 2-0 lead. Strike 3 called. It's going to bring up Bard. Now batting, Brendan Bard. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Piper High School. He grounded into a 1-6-3 double play his first time up. That misses a little bit up or out. One and 0 the count. Called a swing on that pitch. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss of that pitch, so 1-2 the count now on Brendan Bard. Two balls, 2 strikes, and an out now. There's a ground ball at the first baseman. He dropped it a second. Going to have to toss it over. Was going to take it by himself. So Smith underhands that to Long. The Blue Devils get 1 run on 1 hit. We go to the top of the 4th. Blue Devils leading 2-0. I'll be back. Top of the 4th we go with the Blue Devils leading 2-0. They've put up 1 in the second, 1 in the third for a total of 2. Now batting, Garen Plummer. Plummer will step in to lead off the top of the 4th. Plummer's from Wichita, Kansas. First pitch to him is a ball. 1-0 the count. Ball headed out into shallow right field. Everybody chasing. Ball's on the ground and into second base is Plummer with a double. It's going to bring up Acosta. Now batting Michael Acosta. Acosta will be up there with a runner at second base. Runner at second base now. Acosta grounded out to the first baseman Bard his first time up. That's high and outside. 1-0 the count. Acosta is from San Antonio, Texas. The ball headed into right field. That's going to be extra bases and an RBI for Acosta. So Acosta with the double into the right field corner and an RBI for the Beavers. Now batting Tyler Gates. It's going to bring up Gates. Gates is from Wichita, Kansas. Squares to bunt. That ball's going to be off of the back of the runner and is going to be safe at third base. And the ball goes into the bullpen. So the runner scores on the ball, getting into the bullpen area to tie this thing up at 2. So Gates is up there with the 0-1 count on him. Score now tied at 2. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So what was the kid's number before? 26?
So the ball headed into left field. It's going to be taken care of by McHarg for the first out of the inning. Now batting Gavin Jorvik. Jorvik steps in, takes 1-0 the count on him. All tied up at 2 here in the top of the 4th. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jorvik has had a base hit and a fly out to center field. That's up high. 2-1 the count. Strike called, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Going to have to throw it down to first to finalize the out, and they do. Now batting Kaysen Long. It's going to bring up Long. Long's lined out on a soft liner to the first baseman. There's a ground ball off the glove of the first baseman. We'll see how they score that. It'll be scored as a hit. Now batting Marcelo Aguirre. Aguirre has popped out in foul territory and walked. Way out in front of that one. Fouls it away. 0-1 the count on the second baseman, Aguirre. In the dirt, nicely blocked by Buffington. 1-1 the count. 2 runs in the inning so far, but there's 2 down now. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard left to right across the infield. McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez across the outfield. Foul ball backing out of play. Buffington behind the plate. Peters on the mound. 9-inning scheduled game. We're tied up at 2 here in the top of the 4th. Breaking pitch, that's going to be backing out of play. One and 2 the count. Breaking pitch, stays upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in the inning to tie this thing at 2. Swing and foul that one back. We'll do the 2-2 again. Just a little bit outside, 3-2 the count. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So the Beavers get 2 runs on 3 hits. They tie this thing up. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. All tied at 2. I'll be back. Bottom of the fourth we go, all tied up at 2. Now batting Caleb Adams. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas. Went to Lansing High School. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Strike, fastball right on the inside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Beavers. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Blue Devils. That ball's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the center fielder, Caleb Adams. Breaking ball stays inside. All tied up at 2. 1-1 the count. Foul ball, fastball, fouled back and out of play. 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch lifted into center field. Over to take care of that is Gates for the first out of the inning. Now batting Pablo Sanchez. Sanchez is from Sidra, Puerto Rico. He had a double his first time up. Popped that one back and out of play. Oh and 1 the count. Sanchez, the right fielder. That's low and outside. Two and 1 the count. Plummer, Vasquez, Aguirre, Smith across the infield, left to right, Acosta, Gates, and Jorvik across the outside. The outfield, that's up high. Nicholson behind the plate, Long in his 4th inning of work on the mound. Foul ball over in foul territory. And taken care of by the first baseman, Smith. Now batting Darius Freeman. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Shawnee Mission Northwest. There's a strike called. Inside corner at the knees. It's a ground ball headed at Aguirre. He's up with it and over to Smith for the 4-3 ground out, a 3-up, 3-down inning. We go to the top of the 5th, all tied up at 2. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel. It helps on views, and the more views we get for these young men from both teams, the better. If you'd like to make a donation, if you go to 4tees.com, all monies received through donations go directly for the cost of the broadcast for the Blue Devils. I'll be back. Pitching change being made by the Blue Devils. Alan Mercado will come on. He has a .59 ERA, a record of 1 win and no losses. 15 1/3 innings pitched. He will take over for Peters in relief, scheduled up for the Beavers, Smith, Nicholson, and Vasquez. Mitchell Smith, first baseman, will be up. Now batting, Mitchell Smith. Smith will lead off the top of the 5th inning. Smith has walked and struck out. So far today, his first opportunity to face Mercado was a foul ball fouled away down the third base line. All tied up at 2. Top of the 5th inning action, scheduled 9-inning game. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 0-2 the count. Bosserman has that over to Bard for the ground out. Next up, Devin Nicholson. Nicholson will step in. He's had a base hit and a walk. It's a foul ball down the third base line. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 0-2 the count on Devin Nicholson, the catcher. Ball out into shallow right field. In to take care of that is Sanchez for the second out of the inning. Now batting Josue Vasquez. Vasquez, he's grounded out to the shortstop and grounded out to the second baseman. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count on Vasquez. He's the shortstop. Stays inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mercado on in relief of Peters. Two and 1 the count. Strike called inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trying to watch on a computer behind me. It looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. There's a swing and a miss. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th for the Beavers. We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. We're all tied up at 2. As you just saw, nobody's working in either bullpen. Cason Long back for another inning of work for the Beavers. Bosserman, McHarg, and Buffington scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Bottom half of the fifth inning all tied up at 2. Sunshiny day in Kansas City, Kansas. Last I checked, it was 87 degrees. We're trying to stay away from that magical number that has us wait out the heat, which we don't want to have to be doing today. Now batting Parker Bosserman. Bosserman is from Oak Grove, Missouri, went to Green Valley High School. He'll lead off the bottom of the fifth for the Blue Devils. Pops that one back over the top of us. Actually up on top of us. Nicholson come back to check it out. That might have hit me right on top of the head if it hadn't had a roof. 0-1 the count. Bosserman was called out on strikes his first time up. There's a ball headed into left field. It's going to be extra bases. Bosserman headed to second. See if he tries for third. He's going to head to third. And he's going to be there sliding all the way to the wall. And a leadoff triple by Bosserman. Next up, Peyton McHarg. McHarg is from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. He gets out in front of that one and fouls it down the first baseline and out of play. Runner at third base. The lead run at third. It swings through that pitch, so 0-2 the count. The infield for the Beavers. All in at the grass. There's a ground ball. Is going to get into the outfield. So an RBI base hit for McHarg to put the Blue Devils back on top. Now batting Matt Buffington. Buffington had a double his last time up. Buffington is from Andover, Kansas. Throw over to first base. Smith evidently thought he had him out or got hit. I'm not sure which, but nonetheless, ruled safe is McHarg. Breaking pitch. It's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Vasquez with the backhand to Aguirre, and Aguirre over to Smith for the 6-4-3 double play. So back to the top of the order, and Cole Dawson. Now batting Cole Dawson. Dawson will step in with nobody on and 2 outs. There's a strike called. Oh, and 1 the count on Dawson. Strike called, 0-2 the count. And the breaking pitch comes up empty there. The Blue Devils get 1 run on 2 hits. They take a 3-2 lead as we go to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back. I want to give a shout out today to Pedro Leon Sr. in Luquillo, Puerto Rico. I think he's working today, but hopefully he'll go back and watch the game. I love it when I have people that I know are watching from overseas. That brings me great pleasure to know that they're able to see their sons and grandsons play or coach or whatever they're doing here, which Pedro Leone is one of our assistant coaches here, and generally Pedro Leone Sr. is watching. We'll be back with the top of the sixth shortly. All right, Plummer, Acosta, and Gates scheduled up. There's a one-pitch, one-stroke base hit right into left field by Plummer. So Plummer has a double and a single. 2 for 3 in this game. Now batting Michael Acosta. It's going to bring up Acosta. Acosta is grounded out to the first baseman and had an RBI double his last at bat. He'll be up there with a runner at first and nobody out. It's outside. Mercado in his third inning of work. There's a strike outside corner at the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Devils with a 3-2 lead. Beavers batting here in the top of the 6th inning. Just misses a little bit outside, 2-1 the count. Two and one. Way outside. Job by Buffington to keep that one from going all the way to the screen. It's up high for ball 4. So a base hit and a walk. And the Beavers have something going here. Next up, Tyler Gates. It's going to bring up Gates. Gates has a base hit and a fly out to left field. Gates is listed as 5'3", and he looks 5'3". Squares to bunt. Takes outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. So it looks like the Beavers will play a little small ball here. We'll see if the bunt stays on. Squares to bunt, takes a strike called. 1-1 the count. Runners at first and second. Misses a little bit outside. 2-1 the count. Blue Devils with a 3-2 lead. Beavers are threatening here. Bunt is down. Going to go to third and out at third base. So the 1-5 ground out to get the lead runner and one out. So back to the top of the order. Now batting Gavin Jorvik. So the bunt goes right back to Mercado, and Mercado takes it over to Hutchison for the 1-5 fielder's choice. That ball misses just a little bit inside. 1-0 the count. So the Beavers not able to execute the sack bunt, but they've still got runners at first and second with one out. And there's a hit by pitch. Now batting Kaysen Long. It's going to bring up Kaysen Long. He's going to be up there with the bases loaded. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll find out if there's any changes. I believe this is going to be an informational meeting because there's no one warming up down in the pen. I don't think anyone had already gotten warm. So we'll see if there's any changes, and we'll be back. Information has been imparted by Coach Golbeck to Alan Mercado on the mound. Jorvik walking off the hit to the backside. Bases loaded, one out. Long at the plate. He's lined out to the first baseman, had a base hit and a strikeout. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Bearing in on his hands. Tough pitch to try and hit right there. Mercado trying to get out of bases loaded, one out. Trouble right here. Keep this thing with a 1-point lead. Ruled a swing on that check swing. Bases loaded. The pitcher / designated hitter, Kaysen Long, at the plate. Foul ball backing out of play. Oh, and 2 the count. Plummer at third, Acosta at second, Jorvik at first. Little tapper going to be over in foul territory. We'll do the 0-2 again. Bases full of Beavers. Mercado trying to roll a 2-ball here to get the double play and get out of the inning. Swing and a miss. Actually swinging a foul tip into the glove of Buffington. Now batting Marcelo Aguirre. Line drive to Palmer Hutchison. You can't hit it any harder than that, did Aguirre. But right at the diving, actually leaping Hutchison. So no runs on one hit. We go to the bottom half of the 6th in this one. We got a tight one. Stay with us. We'll be back. Hutchison, Bard, and Adams scheduled up for the Blue Devils here in the bottom of the sixth. They have a 3-2 lead. It's outside. Hutchison has had a base hit to center field and been called out on strikes. Breaking pitch. Called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball. Trickle back to the screen. 1-2 the count. Hutchison, Bard, Adams going to try and add to this 1-run lead. Bottom of the sixth inning action. Breaking pitch called strike 3. It's going to bring up Bard. Now batting, Brendan Bard. Bard's grounded into a double play back to the pitcher and on a ground out to the first baseman. 0 for 2 on the day. There's a strike, fastball right through there. 0-1 the count. The ball headed to deep left field and foul. It's going to be out of play down there. 0-2 the count on Bard. Foul ball back to the screen. We'll do the 0-2 again. It's a ground ball, just foul. We'll do the 0-2 again. 1 out. Hutchison called out on strikes. There's a fair ball just over the bag. That's going to be extra bases into the corner for Bard as he cruises into second base with a 1-out double into the left field corner. That's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Now batting, Caleb Adams. Does it sound like I'm yelling? It probably does, because in here I don't hear that. Sorry, everyone. I'm doing the public address as well, and it feels like I'm yelling, and it's been verified that I am. So a runner at second base with 1 out. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams has been hit by a pitch and out on a fly to center field. There's a strike, fastball on the outside corner. At the knees, see if Adams can get something on the outfield grass. See if we can watch Brendan Bard head for home. We'll see. 0-1 the count. Breaking pitch, that's going to be into right field. It's going to be taken care of by the center fielder, Gates, and over to third goes Bard. Now batting, Pablo Sanchez. Sanchez has had a double and popped out to the first baseman in foul territory. In the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher, Nicholson. Runner at third, 2 outs. Kason Long is tall righty, 6'5" for the Beavers. Have gone all the way so far for them in this game. That's high and inside. 2-0 the count. Plummer, Vasquez, Ugire, Smith across the infield, Acosta, Gates, and Jorvik across the outfield. There's a breaking pitch right through there for a strike, 2-1. Nicholson behind the plate with Long on the mound, his 6th inning of work. Breaking pitch outside, and coming home is Bard on the wild pitch. Appeal down to first base, ruled a ball. So 3-1 the count on Sanchez. The run in to make it a 4-2 game. Strike called. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 run in the inning. 4-2 lead for the Blue Devils. That stayed up high. The infield was starting to head off because they thought that was going to be a strike 3, but ruled ball 4. Now batting, Darius Freeman. Freeman has grounded out to the second baseman twice. One of those was for an RBI. Runner at first base, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, fouled that one back to the screen. Sanchez with the 2-out walk. That's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to the designated hitter, Freeman. Strike called, 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first base is Sanchez. The ball headed right back up the middle. Headed over to third is Sanchez, and he is out at third. So a nice throw from the center fielder Gates over to Plummer. Plummer puts on the tag. The Blue Devils get 1 run on 1 hit. They take a 4-2 lead. We go to the top of the 7th. Scheduled 9-inning game. Second game of the best 2 out of 3 to see who goes to Manhattan. We'll be back. Smith, Nicholson, and Vasquez scheduled up for the Beavers. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Smith has walked, struck out, and grounded out to the second baseman. It's a high fly ball headed into right field. Sanchez to take care of that for the first out of the inning. Now batting Devin Nicholson. Nicholson has walked, had a base hit, and flew out to right center. Taken care of by Sanchez. It's a ground ball picked off by Hutchison, picked it up and throws. Nicholson kind of pulled up. Palmer picked that off, fumbled it away, and picked it up and threw him out. Thought it was going to be close. When I looked back, the runner was having trouble getting down the line. Now batting Josue Vasquez. Misses inside, ball one. 1-0 the count on Vasquez. He's grounded out twice and struck out once. Breaking pitch didn't have him chasing. That was a nice breaker right there. Didn't catch him sleeping, though. 2-1 the count. Mercado on in relief. Swinging a foul to the back there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-run lead for the Blue Devils. Both teams with 7 hits. Neither team with an error. Blue Devils lead 4-2. Another foul ball back to the screen. So Vasquez, the shortstop, hanging tight here, fouling off a couple of 2-2 pitches. Swing and a miss of that pitch for the out of the inning. No runs on no hits. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils lead 4-2. Stick around. We got a good one. Bottom half of the 7th we go. Bosserman, McCargan, Buffington scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Kason Long back for his 7th inning of work for the Beavers. Now batting Parker Bosserman. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman will lead off the bottom of the 7th. Blue Devils leading 4-2. Breaking pitch outside. That breaking pitch is outside. I thought we were going to get a strike call there. 2-0 the count. The line drive into left field. That's going to be extra bases for Bosserman. He'll cruise into second base with a double. That ball, I'd love to have the exit velo on that one. Now batting, Peyton McHarg. It's going to bring up McHarg. He'll step in. Runner at second base with that leadoff double into the left field corner by Bosserman. Squares to bunt. The bunt is down. Pitcher takes his eyes off of it. We'll see how that's scored. He was looking to decide. It's going to be an error on the pitcher, and I agree. He was taking a look to see if he could make the throw to first. Kind of a bad choice there. Now batting, Matt Buffington. It's going to bring up Buffington. He'll be up there with runners at the corners and nobody out. Squares to bunt. Gets the bunt down just a little bit, foul down the first baseline. I like going there with it. But let's get that thing down fair. 4-2 lead, bottom of the 7th inning action. Runners at first and third with nobody out. See if we're still bunting. He is. Gonna get the bunt down and over. So we get the runner over to second base, but he bunted it hard enough back at the pitcher that Bosserman stayed at third. So back to the top of the order. Now batting, Cole Dawson. Cole Dawson will step in. He's popped out to second base, grounded out, and struck out. See if he can get something on the outfield grass. He squares to bunt. That bunt is just going to go foul, just by a bit. So 0-1 the count. The infield for the Beavers all in at the grass. Think they weren't necessarily in expecting the bunt. They're just in for the play at home. 0-1 the count. See if the bunt is still on. That misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Cole Dawson, the shortstop at the plate. We'll see what Coach Goldbeck has in mind. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Runners coming home. Suicide squeeze. And out at first base. But the suicide squeeze gets the run home. The runner was coming regardless. He was coming down the line hard. Now batting, Palmer Hutchison. It's going to bring up Hutchison. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at third base. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Now I'm guessing there Hutchison had a base hit his first time, and then he's been called out on strikes 2 times. I like seeing him take at that first pitch, but I'd rather it be a fastball first pitch if he's going to take a shot at it. Squares to bunt, bunts that thing right back at us. 0-2 the count. 1 run in the inning. Blue Devils with single runs in the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th for a 5-2 lead. 0-2 the count now on Hutchison. Breaking pitch, stayed with it, fouled it down the third base line, so we'll do the 0-2 again. Another one. We'll do the 0-2 again. Blue Devils with a 5-2 lead. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Strike 3 called. Pretty low strike on the outside corner right there, but nonetheless called out strike. So the Blue Devils get 1 run on 1 hit. Had a sac bunt in there. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Blue Devils lead 5-2. I'll be back. Plummer, Acosta, and Gates scheduled up to face Mercado. Mercado on in relief of Peters. Strike called. Plummer's had a strikeout, a double, and a single. Outside. One and one the count. Foul ball backing out of play, so 1-2 the count on the third baseman, Garen Plummer. Blue Devils leading 5-2, top of the 8th inning action. 9-inning scheduled game. There's a fly ball lifted into center field. Adams come on to take care of that for the first out of the inning. Now batting Michael Acosta. It's going to bring up Michael Acosta. Acosta is grounded out, had an RBI double and a walk. Inside. 1-0 the count. Foul ball back to the screen. One ball, one strike, one out. As Acosta bats here in the top of the 8th. A little bit high. 2-1 the count. Strike right through there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, in and out. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosherman, Bard left to right across the infield. McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez across the outfield. Buffington behind the plate. Mercado on the mound. Costa at the plate, and he spoils that pitch, just slaps it back for a foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's hit by pitch. Now batting Tyler Gates. Gates has a base hit, a fly out, and a ground back to the pitcher. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes. We're going to get a change. We'll get that information. We'll be back. All right, Hunter Cachero has been called upon by the Blue Devils to come in, take care of this thing. Cachero comes on. There's a swing and a miss. Cachero has a 4.25 ERA, 6-2 record, 29 2/3 inning pitched, 7 saves. Strike called. Outside corner. Oh, and 2 the count. Runner at first base is Michael Acosta. He was hit by a pitch after the fly out to center field, so 1 out, runner at first. That's outside. So 1 and 2 the count. Cachero on in relief. Cachero has uncle and grandpa in Anchorage, Alaska. I'm sure they're watching intently on this one. 1-2 the count. Just misses a little bit upstairs. Remember, Yates is only 5'3" tall. That ball makes it 2-2. It's outside. It's going to be a pass ball. Lets the runner move to second base. So 3-2 now, the count on Gates. 1 out. Just misses a little bit outside, ball 4. So runners at first and second now. Back to the top of the order. Now batting Gavin Jorvik. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Cachero could use a hard hit ground ball right at somebody here. On the infield, there's ball 1, 1-0 the count. Jorvik has a base hit, a fly out, a strikeout, and a hit by pitch. 1-0 the count on him. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. Acosta at second, Gates at first. Cachero on in relief for the Blue Devils. In appearance to me, he's just overthrown a bit here. Settle down and look for a little bit of timing. Get the feel for the game here. Not be too amped up. 2-1 the count. There's a strike called right at the belt outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. A 1-hop ground ball right at Dawson here would be just what the doctor ordered. 1 out, 2-2 the count. There's a ground ball at Dawson, but Hutchison picks it off, goes to second. So Coach Goldbeck's going to come out and make the argument for the slide in at second base. I don't see a change being made, but we'll see. So we get the 5-4. So did they not call the guy out at second? I missed that he called him safe there. So my mistake on that one. We're going to have the bases loaded and 1 out for Kaysen Long. Now batting Kaysen Long. So my mistake on that. Bases are loaded. Kaysen Long at the plate. Bases loaded. 1 out. There's a high fly ball to center field. Actually, that's going to be a base hit. It's going to score 1 run. So a blue pit to left field by Long to cut the lead to 5-3. The base is still loaded. Now batting Marcelo Aguirre. There's a strike called. 0-2 quickly the count. Bases are loaded. Aguirre has a pop out to the third baseman, a walk, a strikeout, and a line drive that was headed for the corner that Hutchison picked out of the air. So there is a pass ball and or wild pitch, but nonetheless, runs scored. Going to give a warning to the bench for somebody coming hustling down to congratulate on that. So that makes it 5-4 now. 5-4. First base is open, one out. There's a pop out into Bosserman's going to take care of that for the fly over behind for the second out of the inning. Now batting Mitchell Smith. It's going to bring up Mitchell Smith. He will step in with runners at second and third. He's had a walk, a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. They're going to put Smith on intentional base on balls. Now batting Devin Nicholson. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Devin Nicholson. He's walked, had a base hit, a fly out, and a ground out to third base. The lead has been cut to 1. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count. The Pratt Beavers not going away today. 5-4, the lead by the Blue Devils. There's a strike called. And a balk is called. So that's going to tie it up. We're going to get Coach Goldbeck out to argue the point here.
That means the pitcher did something to it, makes the batters advance a base.
Okay, thank you.
So the argument is something about where he's standing on the base. Coach is trying to bring in another official to talk about it. We've got the official that's 15 feet from there didn't make the call, and the one that's 45 feet from there did. So that balk ties the score. I noticed that Jace hasn't put it up there yet. He's holding out that Coach Goldbeck's going to win this argument. This has been one of those long-time things, and the fact that I'm 65 years old and shows my age, you used to have your entire foot in contact with the rubber. So it could be that he is going to go grab a rule book and check this thing out. So in the meantime, we will take a break while the umpire goes through to the dressing room, checks things out in the rule book, unless Coach Goldbeck has one down there for him to look at in the dugout. But we will take a brief break. We'll find out what's going on. We'll be back. Hey, I see we've got a bunch of watchers, a bunch of viewers, I should say. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thanks for watching. If you would like to make a donation, remember that all donations go to the entirety for the broadcast of this through the athletic department here at KCK. We'll take a break. We'll be back. 4Ts.com. All right, here comes the umpire. We're going to see what comes out of this. The umpires for the game today: Scott Birch, Jim Wentworth, and Chris Schur. So the fact that they're going to Coach Golbeck first tells me that Coach Golbeck has lost this rebuttal. Oh, and 1 is the count, so the balk is going to stand. Which now, Jace, does that make it 5-5? All right, so 5-5 the score. The original ruling has been upheld. Devin Nicholson is at the plate. There's a foul ball backing out of play. So 2 outs, tie score, top of the 8th inning action. The tying run actually scored over a balk call in terms of the foot on the mound by Hunter Cachero. There's another foul ball over the first base side. Cachero reaching back. I'd kind of like to see what speed that is on the gun over there, because he's throwing with a little bit of extra intensity. So runners at second and third, 2 outs, 0-2 the count. That just misses. 1-2 the count. Now the crowd is going to start getting on the balls and strikes as the cheese gets a little more binding. 1-2 the count. Nicholson at the plate. 3 runs in the inning to tie things up. There's a foul ball. Just staying alive is Nicholson here. Comes the 1-2. That's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. That's outside.
Let's go, Cash.
Cachero goes 3-2 on Nicholson. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So 3 runs on 1 hit. And the Beavers get this thing tied up. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. We're tied at 5. Stick around. Now batting, Brendan Bard. So a new pitcher on, Ben Burrows for
This is the new guy. Yeah. This is the guy.
Ben Burrows on to pitch for the Beavers. He has an 8.00 ERA, 36 inning pitched, 2 wins, 1 loss in the record. That ball fouled away for 0-1 the count on Bard. Bard's hit into a double play, grounded out, and had a double and scored a run. There's a ball headed down the right field line. It's going to be in the bullpen and bounce out of the bullpen. So 0-2 the count on Bard. Bard, Adams, and Sanchez scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Ben Burrows on in relief of Cason Long. Cason Long went the first 7. That's 1-0 the count. Bottom of the 8th inning action. We're all tied up at 5. The Beavers trying to push this thing to a game 3. The Blue Devils trying to end the series here. There's a ground ball at the third baseman. He is up with it and over to first base. So Plummer over to Smith for the 5-3 ground out. Now batting, Caleb Adams. It's going to bring up Adams. He's been hit by a pitch and been out on flies to center field 2 times. Gates has been roaming around the outfield in center field, running down about everything. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Breaking pitch, 0-1 the count. There's a ball headed into center field for a base hit. Adams with a 1-out hit in. Next up, Pablo Sanchez. It's going to bring up Sanchez. He's had a double, a pop out in foul territory, and a base on balls. There's a strike right through there, 0-1 the count. Coach Golbeck running through some signs down at third. 1 out, runner at first, 0-1 the count on the right fielder, Sanchez. Swing and a miss on that pitch, so quickly 0-2 the count on Sanchez. Breaking pitch outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first base, 1 out. All tied up at 5. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. So the strikeout for the second out. Adams now in scoring position. Now batting, Darius Freeman. So Freeman has grounded out twice to the second baseman and had a base hit. He'll step in with 2 outs and the go-ahead run in scoring position. See if he can get something on the outfield grass. That misses a little bit low, 1-0 the count. Freeman, the designated hitter. One of his ground outs yielded a run. 1-0 the count. That misses outside. 2-0 the count. The go-ahead run is at second base. It's a foul ball. Two balls and one strike to Darius Freeman. The ball headed at the first baseman. He's going to grab it and step on the bag. So no runs on one yet in the inning for the Blue Devils. We go to the top of the ninth. All tied up at 5. Stay with us. We got a good one. All right, here we go to the top of the ninth. Vasquez, Plummer, and Acosta scheduled up. Cachera back for another inning of work. Now batting Josue Vasquez. Vasquez has struck out his last 2 at-bats, grounded out his first 2 at-bats in this game. There's a ball headed into right field. On the run is Sanchez to take care of that one for the first out of the inning. Now batting Garen Plummer. That's going to bring up Plummer. Plummer's had a strikeout, a double, a single, and a fly out to center field. 2 for 4 in the second game. There's a strike called. Plummer, the third baseman. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's a strike right through there, outside half of the plate at the knees. 1-2 the count. Check swing ruled a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Breaking pitch. Had him tempted, but didn't get the swing. Ooh, that ruled a little bit outside. That looked like strike 3 as well, but nonetheless ruled a ball. So 3-2 the count. Must have been a little bit low for ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Plummer. Now batting Michael Acosta. At number 3 is the pinch runner, Miles Hartman. Pinch runner at first base, Miles Hartman. So Miles Hartman will pinch run. Now batting Michael Acosta. Acosta at the plate. There's a first pitch to him, a strike. He's grounded out to the pitcher, had a walk, a hit by pitch, and an RBI double. He's up there with one out and a runner at first base. Throw over to first, back in safely is Hartman. Misses a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. All tied up at 5, top of the 9th inning action. There's a ground ball. Bard's over to second base with it and back to first for the 3-6. Cachero covering at first for the 3-6-1 double play. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. The Blue Devils need 1 to finish this thing. We'll be back. Bottom of the 9th we go, all tied up at 5. Bosserman, McHarg, and Buffington scheduled up. Now batting Parker Bosserman. Bosserman's been called out on strikes. Since then he's had a triple and a double. There's a strike outside corner. We could sure use a triple or a double right here to get things started off in the bottom of the 9th. That's back to the screen for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Misses outside. 2-1 the count. Burrow's back for another inning of work. He's on in relief of Long went 7. That's outside. 3-1 the count. They'll pop up on the right side. Catcher coming out is Nicholson to take care of that. Now batting Peyton McHarg. It's going to bring up McHarg. He's been out on a fly to right field, had a base hit. There's a ball just inside the fair territory for the ground out unassisted. That's going to bring up Matt Buffington. Now batting Matt Buffington. Buffington's had a double, hit into a double play, and a sack bunt. Foul ball backing out of play. Owen won the count. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a strike called. Breaking pitch makes it down to the zone. 1-2 the count. That's a little bit low, too close in my account to take, but nonetheless, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Buffington. Foul ball back to the screen. So we'll do the 2-2 again. All tied up at 5. That's ball 3, so 3-2 the count. Burrows needs another out to get him back into the dugout for the 10th inning. Blue Devils need a run to end this thing. We're in the bottom of the 9th. There's a ground ball headed into center field. Right center, Buffington with the single back to the top of the order. Cole Dawson. Now batting, Cole Dawson. Pinch runner at first base, Lee Allen Jr. So Lee Allen Jr. in to pinch run. Cole Dawson at the plate. There's a base hit into left field. So the winning run is now at second base after the base hit. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Now batting, Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison led off, or had his first at bat, was a base hit. He's been called out on strikes 3 times since then. We'll see if he can get something on the outfield grass. Get Lee Allen Jr. home to walk this thing off, but 2 outs. The Beavers have 2 down here in the bottom. Ball down the right field line and foul. 0-1 the count. So the Beavers have 2 outs here, need 1 more to get into the 10th inning. The winning run is in at second base, the pinch runner of Lee Allen Jr.
Let's go, Hut. Okay. Good eye.
That stays inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on. Winning run at second base. Bottom of the 9th inning action. Two out, base hit by Buffington. Lee Allen Jr. on to run. Cole Dawson with the base hit. Runners at first and second. The ball into left field, slipped down. Did the left fielder Acosta, but he's able to recover. We're going to the 10th inning. Stay with us. We're all tied up. We'll go to the top of the 10th. All right, here we go to the top of the 10th inning. Gates, Jorvik, and Long scheduled up. Actually, yes, Long, he will stay the designated hitter. Now batting, Tyler Gates. Gates has 1 for 3. He's had a walk and a base hit. Pop out and a ground out. He steps in to face Cachero. Stays inside, 1-0 the count. Oh, 2-0.
What speed was that? 88.
There's a strike called. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 the count. Here comes the pitch from Cachero. There's strike 2 called. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the center fielder, Tyler Gates.
Good.
It's a little bit high for ball 3. 3-2 the count. The Blue Devil faithful on the umpire for that one. This hitter is only 5'3". There's strike 3 called on that pitch. Now batting Gavin Jorvik. So back to the top of the order. Jorvik is 1 for 4 on the day with a base hit and a hit by a pitch. He's up there with 1 out, nobody on. There's a ground ball off his foot. Oh, and 1 the count on the right fielder, Gavin Jorvik. Low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Go, Cash.
Cachero trying to keep this thing tied to come in for the Blue Devils a chance to win it. Tied at 5, 2-1 the count. There's a ball headed into right field. It's going to be a double. For Jorvik. Next up, Kason Long. It's going to bring up Long. Now, Long was the pitcher / designated hitter, which means when the new pitcher came in, he continued to be the designated hitter. He is 2 for 5 on the day with an RBI base hit. That's down low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. So runner at second base, 1 out. Kason Long at the plate, 1-0 the count on him. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Bosserman gathers, throws, and a nice play, backhand up the middle. Bosserman right over the top of the bag, over to Bard for the second out of the inning. Now batting Marcela Aguirre. Line drive into left field. That's taken care of by Mick Harg. No runs on one hit in the inning for the Beavers. The Blue Devils need one to win it. We go to the bottom half of the 10th inning. Stay with us. Now batting, Brendan Bard. Bard's 1 for 4 with a double on the day. He'll step in to face Burrows. Burrows back for another inning of work. That's down low. 1-0. There's a strike-breaking pitch outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike on the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Strike 2 called. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Bard down in the count to Burrows. It's a fly ball into right field. Jorvik underneath that for the fly out. Now batting, Caleb Adams. It's going to bring up Adams. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He's been hit by a pitch, had a base hit and a stolen base. 1 out. That misses low and outside. 1-0 the count. Bottom of the 10th inning, all tied up at 5. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Blue Devils trying to get a run to end this best 2 out of 3. The Beavers trying to keep it tied so they can have an opportunity to send another foul ball. We got one team pointing fair and one team pointing foul. That was very close down the line. 1-2 the count. In this day and age, you don't have chalk out there hardly anywhere to see the chalk fly up. One and two the count. Adams back to the box. Burrows back to the mound. 1-2. That's low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball into center field. Gates will take care of that for the second out of the inning. Now batting, Pablo Sanchez.
For what? We're up a game to get Pratt.
Strike outside corner. Strike called. 0-1 the count on Sanchez. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Had a walk and a double. There's a base hit right up the middle, so a 2-out hit by Sanchez. Now batting, Darius Freeman. Freeman, 1 for 4 on the day. Had a RBI ground out and a base hit. Ball foul down the first baseline. On 1 the count on Freeman. That's outside. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first base is Sanchez with the 2-out base hit. There's a strike called. So 1-2 the count.
There we go. Go! That's in the game.
Out at home. So trying to score on the base hit. Coach Golbeck rolls the dice, says we're going to make them make a play. They made a play. We'll go to the top of the 11th inning. This thing all tied up at 5. We got a good one. Stick around. All right, here we go. Now batting Mitchell Smith. Mitchell Smith to the plate. Bard makes an opportunity to try and get down and get that one and cannot. Smith is 0 for 3. had a couple of walks, one of them intentional, a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. This one's turning into a marathon. Top of the 11th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball into the screen. We'll do the 1-2 again. I have to have the guys help me keep track of the inning we're in up here if we go a bunch. That's down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out as Smith leads off the top of the 11th. That's down low for ball 3, 3-2 the count. Misses a little bit low for ball 4. Now batting Devin Nicholson. Nicholson will step in. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Had a walk, but he had a base hit. Throw over to first, back in safely is Smith. Another throw over, safe again. Camden Carlin in to catch after the pinch run by Lee Allen Jr. Forgot to get that mention. That misses low. 1-0 the count. Want to know the count. Squares to bunt. The bunt is at Bard. Bard will take that, make the tag. So the sack bunt by Nicholson. Now batting Josue Vasquez. That's going to bring up Vasquez. He'll be up there with 1 out and a runner at second base. He's grounded out twice, struck out twice, and his last at bat flew out to right field. Outside, nicely blocked by Carlin. Want to know the count. Runner at second base, 1 out. The go-ahead run at second base is Smith. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Somebody in need of 1 run to finish this thing. Both teams hopeful it'll be them. Here comes the 1-1. Pretty good looking pitch right there. Ruled low, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Ground ball off the foot of Vasquez.
Let's go, Cash. Get this one right here.
2-2 the count now. Strike 3 called on that fastball. Now batting Miles Hartman. First pitch to him, ball 1. 2 outs now, runner at second base. Hartman at the plate. He pinch ran after Plummer's base hit last inning. The foul ball down the left field line. That pitch right there, a little bit high, 2-1 the count. Miles Hartman at the plate. 3-1 the count. Three balls, 1 strike. The go-ahead run at second base, but 2 down. Cachero trying to get the Blue Devils back into the dugout. That's ball 4 inside. Now batting Michael Acosta. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes. Stick around. We got a good one. We are in the top of the 11th inning. Trying to get a winner. We'll be back. All right, the visit is over. We're back for Michael Acosta and his at-bat. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI double and a hit by pitch and a walk. Foul ball down the left field line and out of play. So 0-1 the count on Acosta. The go-ahead run, he is at second base. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Oh, and 2 the count. Inside. 1-2 the count. The left fielder, Michael Acosta, in there. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, the tag out at home. So we go to the bottom of the 11th inning. We're all tied up at 5. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 11th inning. Now batting, Parker Bosserman.
Good eye.
There's ball 1. Bosserman is 2 for 4 with a triple and a double in this game today. It's a high fly ball into center field. Gates is going to take care of that for the first out of the inning. Now batting, Peyton McHarg. McHarg will step in. McHarg is 1 for 4 on the day, had an RBI base hit, reached another time on an error. That misses high, 1-0 the count. That is that pitch that looks pretty dang good to me, but ruled a ball. 1-0 the count. That misses down low. So 2-0 the count. Bottom of the 11th inning action, tied at 5. There's a strike called inside corner at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. McHarg at the plate. Ben Burrows on the mound. That misses low. 3-1 the count.
Best swing, no swing here, kid. Hitters count.
Comes the 3-1. Ball's off of his foot. So foul. So 3-2 the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. McHarg at the plate. Tied at 5. Bottom of the 11th inning action. That's ball 4. Now batting the catcher, Camden Carlin. So Carlin comes in to catch after Lee Allen Jr. ran. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1. So the winning run is at first base, 1 out. Carlin at the plate. There's a strike called outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 1 run needed to finish this thing. Bottom of the 11th inning action. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. So 1-2 the count. It's outside, nicely blocked by the catcher Nicholson to keep the runner at first, which is McHarg. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. So a ground ball hit at the shortstop. That ball is going to be thrown to second. I believe it got a piece of McHarg as he was going into second. So runners at first and second with 1 out, back to the top of the order. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see what changes are made. The winning run is at second base. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, the visit to the mound is over. Now batting Cole Dawson.
I bet you a lot of people in our conference are watching because they're like, oh my God, Kansas City's losing to Pratt, or I mean, tied with Pratt in the extra innings. Because we were all watching a bunch of these games yesterday.
Burrows on the mound, Dawson at the plate, winning run at second base. That ball is ruled a ball. Looked like a pretty good pitch to me. Nonetheless, a ball. Dawson at the plate. He's 1 for 5 on the day. It's a high fly ball into center field. Coming in hard is the center fielder to take care of that. So a fly out to Gates in center field. Next up, Palmer Hutchison. So that's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He'll be up there with runners at first and second. He's 1 for 5 on the day. Had a base hit his first at bat. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. 0-1 the count.
Let's go, Hutch. Find something you like. Let's go. Tired of seeing these guys on
Burrows on the mound for the Beavers. Winning run at second base, but 2 outs. McHarg at second base. He represents the winning run. There's a ball headed into right field. That's going to be taken care of by Jorvik. So we're going to go to the top of the 12th. We're all tied up at 5. We'll be back. We go to the top of the 12th inning. We're all tied up at 5. Tyler Gates. Now batting Tyler Gates. Tyler Gates, the center fielder. He's 1 for 4 on the day. His first at bat was a base hit. Foul ball backing out of play, 0-1 the count. William Hahn on in relief for the Blue Devils, 4.73 ERA. He comes in, take over for Cachero. Outside with that breaking pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard across the infield. McHarg, Adams, Sanchez across the outfield. Carlin behind the plate. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And Hahn is going to underhand that over to Bard for the first out of the inning. Now batting Gavin Jorvik. So back to the top of the order and Jorvik. He's had a couple of hits in this game. 5 at bats. 6 bats counting a hit by a pitch. 1-0 the count on him. 1 out. Just misses a little bit outside. Jorvik, the right fielder. There's a ground ball at Palmer. Hutchison over to Bard for the 5-3 ground out. Now batting Kaysen Long. Kaysen Long will come up. He is 2 for 6 in this game. He'll be up there with 2 outs and nobody on. It's a high fly ball to center field. Trying to see that in the sun. Adams does take care of it for the fly out to center field for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 12th inning. Blue Devils need 1 to win it. We'll be back. This will be his 3rd time. I'll find out how they did when we're done. What's he need? I don't have one for that long. Yeah, I've got a phone charger if he... There's a leadoff hit back up the middle by Brendan Bard. So Bard rounds hard, gets the base hit. Next up, Caleb Adams. Just going to bring up Adams. Adams 1 for 4, had a hit by pitch and a base hit. Strike called on the outside corner. Oh and 1 the count on Adams. Winning run at first base. The high fly ball to right field. Taking care of that is Jorvik for the first out of the inning. Now batting, Pablo Sanchez. So Sanchez will come up. He's had a double and a single. 2 for 4 on the day. The base hit headed into right field. Bard is going to hold up at second base. So the winning run is at second base with nobody out. Now batting, Darius Freeman. So Freeman now at the plate. He's had 3 ground outs and a couple of base hits. Could use one of those base hits right now. Winning run at second base. That misses a little bit outside. 1-0 the count. Bard at second base. Adams flew out. Sanchez at first. Freeman at the plate. 1 out. The ball headed into left field. Bard's going to step on third, head for home, and the walk-off base hit by Darius Freeman and the Blue Devils in 12 innings have taken the series, but not without a fight from the Beavers of Pratt. We had to go to the bottom of the 12th inning to win this one 6-5. The final for this one, 6-5. Darius Freeman with the base hit to left field to store Bard from second. And the Blue Devils have taken the best 2 out of 3 for the right to be able to go to Manhattan for the next step in the journey on the way to try and make the JUCO World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado. Next stop next week in Manhattan. That's it for 4Ts. This is Jay Forsler. The final of this one is 6-5 in 12 innings. The Blue Devils are going on to Manhattan next week. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening.